Hello everyone, welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in today's one-hour tutorial, we're trying to see some packages that you can use to do spell checking and then correction of your test when you are working with your dataset. So the most commonest packages that we have is TextBlob, autocorrect, SpellChecker, pattern, and then you can also create your own custom function to enable you to achieve this particular task. Now let's see how to install them. So to install them, just go with click install TextBlob to install TextBlob, which is an NLP package. You can also install autocorrect, SpellChecker, or pattern. Each and every of these packages can be used to do the same particular stuff. Now let's work with our first package, SpellChecker. So the advantage of SpellChecker is that it gives you the option of being able to find or check for the spelling, whether it is correct or not correct, and then it allows you to be able to correct that particular spelling, and it gives you the option of being able to suggest possible candidates to that particular word, and you can also supply your own list of ways to work with it. Now let's see how to work with it. So it's going to be from SpellChecker, import spell capital C checker, right? So that is the particular package. So let me increase the size. Perfect. So that is this particular package. Now let's see some of the stuff that this package offers. So TR, then my SpellChecker. Perfect. So these are all the particular packages, the particular features that come with it, right? That you can work with. So we have, you can check for candidates, you can check for correction, distance, edit distance, export known, split words, unknown, word frequency, and word probability. So these are all the stuff that it comes with this particular package. Now let's see how each of some of them works. Right? So let's go here. So first of all, let's initialize it. So I'm just going to call it spell. Then I can just initialize it with this particular SpellChecker. Right, I'm creating a SpellChecker. So it is with this spell that I'll be doing all the activities that I want to do. So this is a document that I'll be working with. So we have this particular document, which consists of several words which have been spelled right or misspelled. So all these words. Now let's first of all check our first feature to check and correct a spelling. So I'm just going to look through it. So for word, so it's going to be for word in my docs. Then I'll just go with binomial print. So print, let's use a string. This one I'm going to give it the word itself, right? Then I'm going to apply the corrected word. So to apply the corrected is going to be spell dot correction. Then I'll pass in my particular text, right? The word that I'm looping through. So if I go with this particular stuff and I print it, now it's going to print the actual word from my list here, calendar, and then the corrected word, calendar, right? Lightning, misspell, misspelled, necessary with double C, necessary without C. This is the correct one. Business, this is only one, right? Receive, address. It is very intuitive and very accurate. So that is one of the options. The other option that you can also suggest possible candidate. For example, a word like misspell. It is possible that I wanted misspell, not misspelled, right? So it can give you possible candidates for that. So let's see an example. So I'm just going to copy the same stuff here. Let's reduce it small. And let's paste it here, right, for suggested candidate. So to work with suggested candidates, just going to change it from here, right, from correction to candidates. So if I go with candidates, right, so it's going to supply the possible candidates. We have calendar, we have lightning, misspelled, necessary, business, give us possible candidate of business, foodiness, bossiness, right? Receive, relief. Then address, it's possible that I meant address, right? So it gives me a suggestion of dress, address, and then undress. So these are the possible suggested candidates that can lead to us, which is very intuitive. So this particular package comes with its own frequency of words, right? So in case you want to check for that particular frequency of words or check again that particular frequency of words, you can use the probability of it. So let's see how to do that. So I'll copy the same stuff here, use the previous one, then let's try it with that. So to check for the probability, let's call it like this: spell dot word underscore probability. So it's going to give you the probability, then I'll pass in my particular word. So it's going to score them perfectly by comparing it to it. Perfect. So we realize that from here we have our calendar probability 0.0. That means that according to the spread list, that's the 0.0. That means it's accurate, right? The necessary business receive address. Very interesting, and very intuitive. So this is something that it's possible that the spelling is wrong, right? So that's why I give us this particular property. Okay. So that is how to work with the frequency, word frequency for this particular package. Now, in case you also want to add your own words, right? Or you want to update the word, or you don't want to change some spelling, you can also add your own words. So let's see how to do that. So there are two main methods. You can add word frequency from a text file or from a group of words. So let's see how to work with the text file. So I'm just going to create something like my name, right? Then this is the name that I have, J-Charis. Perfect, right? So in case I want to actually detect and see whether the spelling is correct or wrong, and just check with what we have been doing so far. So I'm just going to go with my spell dot correct, right? Correction. Then I'm going to pass in my name. So let's see how it's going to give to us. See that it gave us Chris, right? But this is J-Charis. According to this particular test, right? According to the word list that it has, it is saying this J-Charis that the possible suggestion is Chris. So if I check for the possible candidates for it, you see that it's going to give us Chris. So let's check for it from here. Then candidates. Perfect. So that it gives us all these possible candidates: chess, Charis, cars, chat, Charis, class. It did not even give me anything close to this place, but it makes sense. So in case I want to supply my own word, my own list of words, so that it will be able to detect it, then I can use this option, right, of the word frequency.load test file. So let's see how to do that. So I'm just going to create a particular word. So it's going to be like this. So let's paste it here as J-Charis. Then I'll paste another one as J small Charis. So let's save this file words, right? .txt. So my words.txt. So these are the words that I want to add to it. So if I go back to here, right, then I can load it from here. So let's make it. So I'm just going to initialize a new one. Let's call it as new spell, right? And then I'm going to create my spell checker again. Then I'm going to load it from it. So let's load it from this particular stuff. So this is an empty one, default one, using the default one, but I want to add that particular new one I created from to it. So it's going to be new spell, right? Dot. It's going to be word frequency dot load test file. So with this load test file, I'm going to supply the particular test file that I want. So which we had as my words. So test. So if I run this, I'm going to load it. So now it's now in memory. It's now part of this word list. So if I go back to the same thing that I had, which was spell correction, and I come back to the same stuff I had here, and I go with new spell, so that it's going to accept that name, J-Charis, to be able to identify that particular name because it's part of the listed word. If I check again with the candidates, so that now it's able to give us the correct candidate as J-Charis because it's loading from this particular test file that we have. That is one of the ways of adding your own words to this particular option. Again, in case you also want, you don't want to do this, you want to add the words straight away, not from a test file, but from, let's say, a list of words. You can also try that. So let's see that one. So in that case, it's going to be like let's call it as spell, right? Dot word dot frequency dot load then words. So here I can supply the particular words I want to supply there. So I can supply some words like, let's say something like, so with this supply of this way, anytime it sees these words, it's not going to see it as wrong, it's going to accept it as well good words. So if I go with back again to spell dot correction, word like Java, right, something like this, it's also going to work perfectly. So Java to be able to see it perfectly without making mistakes. So let's add our own word that we had there, our name there, alphabet name, J-Charis. Let's add it again to it, and then now let's go back to this and see J-Charis. Perfect. It's able to identify it without making any mistake. So that is the best. That is one of the functions of this particular package of SpellChecker. Now this option prevents certain words from being flagged as misspelled, right? So that anytime you see this word, nobody sees it as misspelled. That is the basic idea about this. So let's see. Okay, perfect. Now let's see the other two that you can also work. So the next two we'll be working with is autocorrect. So autocorrect is quite simple. Just go with from autocorrect import spell, right? And then you go to import spell. Then you can just correct any word that you want. So we had our word like does here. So this is the word that we're working with, right? So in case you want to check for the autocorrect, it's very simple. You can just go with say for word in our dots that we have. Just go with print, then spell, then you supply the particular stuff, right? So go with this our word straight away, it's going to automatically correct and then spell it wrong. So we have calendar, misspelled, necessary, business, receive, great. Very simple, very easy, just like the previous one we were doing, right? So that is the basic idea about the autocorrect. Very simple to use. Now let's see the famous option of TextBlob. So TextBlob also comes with two options that allows you to be able to check the spelling and also correct them. So we can just go with from TextBlob, import TextBlob, then import word to work with individual word list and several stuff. So let's create our example. So this is going to be our example. Then we create a TextBlob object. So TextBlob is capital B blob, and I'll paste in my sentence. So let's say something like this, right? So I've intentionally spelled them wrong. So in case you want to check for the corrections, you can just go with for word in my example dot words. Then that means that's going to tokenize everything. Then let's print our word. Then let's also print the corrected word, right? So it's going to be our word dot correct. So word dot correct is going to print it perfect. So he was very accommodation. I misspelled M, so it's going to correct it all in the new location. Just able to identify that location here is location. Very interesting, very interesting. So in case you want to work with individual words, also check with it. So it's going to be W for the particular variable I'm storing inside. Then just go into word. Now passing a particular word. So whatever word I want to pass in. So let's pass in a way like absence, right? Absence, something like this. So this is an individual word. So in case I want to check for the particular spelling, I just go with w.spellchecker to be able to check it to spell check here. So it's going to spell it for me. So this is absence, but I wanted this particular option. Very interesting. That is how to work with spell checking in this particular tutorial. This is how to work with TextBlob, right? So let's check the last package called pattern. So pattern is also a very nice NLP package that has a lot of stuff to do with it. So let's see how to work with it. So to work with pattern, just going to go from pattern.en, then import the particular stuff to suggest. So with the suggest option, you can be able to suggest the correct spelling for us. Let's go with the suggest. Then I'll pass in the particular sentence I have here. So let's pass in a sentence like what we have to absence. It's going to suggest the particular right word for us. So absence, very interesting. So that is how to work with pattern. So pattern is a very powerful package. It's like TextBlob. The rest can be used to do a lot of things. So there will be a tutorial on working with pattern for NLP. So thank you for watching this long tutorial. In case you have any question or contribution, you can just put it in the comment section. And in case you need help including your data sets, you can also check the links below for some interesting stuff. Thank you and stay blessed.